What's up guys, welcome back, Merry Christmas. So today I am doing a full face tutorial, but the main center of focus is the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. This palette comes out tomorrow, so I was like, you know what, I've had it since the springtime and I love it. It's one of my top 5 palettes, so I figured let me go ahead and show you guys one of the cool looks that I love to do with it. Alright, let's get started. My face is already primed. I used the Becca Evermatte for a primer just simply because I've been hydrating my skin like no other, just simply because the weather is changing and I got a little too glowy, so I put this bad boy on. I used Benefit Goof Proof Brow Pencil in shade 4 and my eyes are primed with Kat Von D High Voltage Eye Primer. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. First color, this is probably like my favorite color of the palette. Is this Summer Yum here. I use this all over the lid. I use it as a transition color. I use it as a crease color. I just use it a lot. I love it. So I'm just taking a MAC 217 brush and today it's going into the crease. Then taking Puree, this tone right here. And this is just going to go right above that just to blend it out. It's just a tish. I think I'm going to start off with this shade right here in the middle, Caramelized. And, oh, that's pretty, yeah. Okay, cool. This is the one shade in the palette that I have never used, believe it or not. And I am just packing this all over the lid, inner corner, middle, and just blending it out. I'm not adding any more color for the outside, just blending it out. Now I'm just going to go back over one more time. Delectable, this purple tone right here, so pretty. And that's going to go on the outer corner. Now I'm going to go Talk Derby to me. It's just a little bit deeper and this does have some sparkle to it. Whoops, where's my brush? Just to deepen you up. So with this darker tone here, worked it on the outside and then I just started blending it out into the crease. I didn't take it all the way in, just about halfway. Okay, so I want to make that just peachy tone pop just a tish bit more, so I'm just going to grab a little bit of my Kat Von D primer and I'm just going to pop that right. Okay, now with just peachy. There we go. Alright, so I got the other eye done. Now what I'm doing is I'm just bringing this purple up just a little bit more because I want to just bring a little bit more depth to the eye look. And also, I got the name wrong. The shade that I put on first in the center here is Candid Peach. This is Candid Peach, this is Caramelized, so I got that way wrong. So this shade right here in the center, I packed this all on the center of my lid. And then in the inner corners, I took just Peachy right here, and I just put this shade just right in the inner corner there, alright? So the only thing I need to do next is I'm going to take Peaches and Cream, and I love this. I'm going to be so sad when this shade, probably can't see because my lighting is really bright, but I'm going to put this on the brow bone. This is my favorite brow bone shade. Don't freak out. Yes, it goes on. It pops off a little bit white on camera, but it's not. I promise. Not in person. But you guys ain't looking at me in person. You're looking at me on camera, so you're like, girl, yeah, no. Trust me, it looks good. And blending that out like so. eyes are done. Let's move on to this face. I have this white spot right here just simply because the Becca Ever Matte Primer, if you put on too much sometimes, that'll happen. So just be warned. So to stick with the Too Faced theme, we're going to use a little bit of the Born This Way foundation. Damp Beauty Blender. I like to start in the center of my face. So recently here, I don't know if you guys are new or if you are someone that tunes into me. I don't know if you've noticed, but I do not cover my entire face with foundation. My standard go-to is just grabbing a concealer and just putting it in the center of my face and blending it out. But with my foundation, I do the same thing. I just kind of treat it like concealer, especially for black women, women of color. We have more than just one shade on our face, and now that I'm sitting here talking about it, I'm really thinking about posting a video about foundations and skin tones and whatnot. But basically what I'm trying to say is the center of my face is lighter than the outside of my face. For me, I have huge issues when it comes to putting foundation on my forehead, just simply because the forehead right here on me is so much darker than the rest of my face. So my foundations, you know, always match my everywhere on my face but my forehead. Then it looks like I have this mask on. So what I do is I just put my foundation in the center of my face, and then once I start getting to my forehead here, I just flip over my beauty blender and then I just blend that bad boy out, because I'm not someone that is trying to get beat for the cheap seat, full face, cover everything. I just like for my skin to look a little bit more vibrant, you know what I mean? A little bit more color to the skin and balance it out. That's it. If you see an acne scar, a freckle, a mole, something like that, I don't really freak out too much, because I'm just like, that's me, that's my skin, it is what it is. I'm not striving for exact perfection in that sense. I just want everything to look, you know, nice, youthful, give a little bit of color, healthy. That's it. That's what I go for. But that's the beauty of makeup. It is preference. You do what you want to do. But that's just how I like to do things. And this was just one pump of the Born This Way foundation. I have 2 videos on this. I have my first impressions and then I have an updated review. So if you are interested in learning more about this foundation, you can check that out. Then for blush, we're going to use Too Faced Love Flush Blush in Your Love Is King. This is just a little sample size that I got. And then for highlight today, I'm going to use something that I don't typically, no, I've never used this on myself. This is actually something that lives in my client kit. I've had it for a year, so it's a little busted, don't judge me, but this is the Too Faced Black Book of Bronzers. This is perfect for me just simply because it has all of the Too Faced bronzers and highlighters in here, and I can use this on all different skin tones for my clients. So for me, this was like a great purchase. That's why I like buying things like this over the holidays, because you get way more bang for your buck, especially if you are a professional makeup artist. Like, this goes a long way for me, and it's much better than buying, you know, the individual ones, because I believe if you buy like the Milk Chocolate Soleil bronzers, I think it might be like 30 bucks a pop, but this kind of gives me everything that I need, and I can mix and match just depending on my client's skin tone. Alright, so I'm going to take this Beach Bunny. Oh, it's just Beach Bunny right here. It's going to be more of a warmer bronzy tone on me. Beach Bunny, and yep, perfect. Nice golden. That's really pretty. Alright, let's finish up these eyeballs here. I'm going to stick with my Sweet Peach palette. And this purple tone here, that is going in the waterline. then, of course, we're going to put just peachy again, more in the inner corner here. I'm really liking the way this eye look turned out. A little mascara. Haven't been into lashes. Y'all know how I do. I go back and forth. Either I'm into it hardcore for a couple of weeks, and then I'm not into it. Although, to amplify this look, I do know that lashes are like, yeah, key, but I'm just not feeling it. Okay, so for lips today, I'm going to take this lip gloss in NYX. It's called Peach Crisp. And put that on. And then just a touch of Too Faced Melted Fig. Just a little bit, because I don't want this to get too purple. Alright guys, so that is going to conclude this look. I simply love this Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. This is hands down one of my top 5 eyeshadow palettes. I definitely recommend it. I feel like everyone should have it. The thing about this palette is I think it's really rare. It will legitimately work on all skin tones, from the fair, tan, light, medium, brown, chocolate, deep. It's going to work. It's a beautiful palette. It's got a great mix of color ranges. You can do cool tones, you can do warm tones. This is just a really, really good palette, alright? So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and I will see you soon in my next one. Thank you so much for watching.